Hey everyone, welcome to the Midnight Ride with Grayman Prepping. And how's everybody doing out there? Let me get that down and gone, since that's the only slide I'm putting up tonight. And let's go up to comments and see who all's here. I think I said hi to everybody, but let's see. Start off with first one in was Walt Rogers, and he says he's going to be lurking. Then Shadow Scout Swede, followed by Uncle Al, Die Bullfrog 79. And they're chit-chatting back and forth and talking about the weather coming in. And we'll be talking a little bit about that because that's one of the headlines tonight, what's supposed to be coming, and it's really stuff going on. All right. Moon over Miami. Hey, how's it going? Thanks, Al, for reminding everybody. And Prepping to Endure is here. And Uncle Al's getting the gay, I bet it was the gay medication ad that YouTube's throwing out right now. All right, Chipper66 is here. Lewis, it's the Marshmallow Man. Suzanne Galay's here. And I'm caught up. Okay, so let's hurry through this tonight. And then I'm going to open it up so you guys can come up here. We can just chit-chat up here. All right, get this up here. Okay, so headlines. I mean, I'm sorry. This one is this one's sad and funny at the same time. Alec Baldwin has finally been indicted for manslaughter in the film Rust shooting. And if you guys don't know what happened on that, he was part of the production, production guys and stuff, and overseeing stuff, and was hurrying the prop guys along, and they didn't have it. They hurried along, and they didn't check the gun like I should have, and it actually had a live round in it, and one of the extras got shot and died. So they've indicted him for manslaughter on that. However, knowing the law and the way as many steps away from it that he actually was, the DA is really pushing it. I don't think he's going to get a conviction. It's just too many people in between, and yeah, they may get him for something even less than that. That's just they just may find they may stick some last little thing in there of some safety issue violation that's not has just for something else that's what the public is going to stick with it, and then jack the fine way up on it. All right, store closures going around here. We've got a couple things on here. Macy's is closing several more stores in California and across the nation. Let's see. Oh, here's the ugly one. Fast food price spike coming to California and other states that have implemented a high minimum wage. Several companies have, including In-N-Out Burger, have already started raising rates, even though it doesn't take place until April or March. Because they're offsetting, trying to get ready because they're bumping rates up now, so they're already in compliance when the thing takes hit. So fast food prices are going up, and hey, wait a minute, fast food isn't good for you anyways. So especially if you read the ingredients of all the stuff being served there, and the amount of like McDonald's, the amount of sugar in McDonald's buns is insane. It gets all the kids hooked on the sugar, and they go, "Oh, I love McDonald's hamburgers because they taste so delicious." Yeah, it's that sugar that got you addicted like cocaine. And here's a twist here. So on the 22nd, they put out a headline: "So much for the Super El Nino. What to expect the rest of California's winter storms." Then on the 24th, oops, we made a mistake. Powerful atmospheric river is going to slam into California in the next 10 to 12 days or so, they got NOAA, the National Oceanic Administration, put out a thing on it, just totally blowing their, oh, no, El Nino's not coming out of the water. And I'll show you the stuff on that here in a second. Here's the funny one. This is fun. This is sad, but it's also funny too. And this was coming. We saw this coming right from the beginning. People with the red dragon can go to school and work. New California guidelines. Yeah, because all the evidence is coming back saying, oh, wait a minute, the number of people that were dying from it is less than the flu, because most of those cases were the flu. Hey, checked off. How's it going? Anybody else slide in here on me here? Nope. Okay. Make sure. Okay. So, yeah. So they're finally having to cut back because so many people are filing lawsuits against them. Hey, Shawnee, how's it going? About the red dragon restrictions and stuff, and they're saying, okay, yeah, people can go to school and go to work, but we want you to wear masks if you have it. But if you have it, you can still go to work and go to school. This one I got to dig into, find out which county. The headline is Bay Area County looks to criminalize homeless encampments. Okay, it's on the peninsula. So, the San Francisco Peninsula. So it's probably the San Mateo. I don't think it's San Francisco. Yeah, San Mateo County leaders will take up the proposal Tuesday. So could reshape the approach to homeless in the peninsula by criminalizing unsanctioned encampments on public property. Gee. Now you just need to get the great nuisance to stop telling people, come on, all you homeless people, come on into California. We'll give you all the money from the people that actually work. All right. Covered in and out flows. Okay, atmospheric river. Got two more things. One is atmospheric river. Let me get down to the map here on it. And so they're talking about, this is San Francisco, Golden State, with a powerful atmospheric river that could hammer Northern California with several days of heavy rains and high winds while dumping significant snowfall over the Sierra. This week, National Weather Service Climate Prediction Center shared an early look at the impending weather event. Oh, they actually had this stuff out a week ago, but they keep updating until they finally post it and then they give it a valid date on it. So let me show this to you. Here it is from NOAA. So valid from January 31st to February 6th. Issue date was January 23rd. But I saw a peek of it on the 20th. And so, and it's not just Northern California. It's just about all of California, all of Arizona, and half of Nevada has 70% chance, and actually it's 70 to 80% chance of well above normal precipitation. The darker green in here, next line, is 60 to 70. Then the one that comes up here and catches where I'm in Idaho is 50 to 60. And then the other one up here is 40 to 50. And then it goes to light green over here is 33 to 40%. But that's almost showing it where it is now. If you look at the, and realize this is being called from the atmospheric river, which is coming from Hawaii towards the West Coast, and it's going to keep on trucking right on across the Gulf states, and it's going to hit Nebraska and everything on that line there, and everything south is going to get soaked. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And Australia's having a massive heat wave. Of course, it's the middle of their summer. But yeah, things are out of whack all around. All right. let me see here. Let's make sure it doesn't have anything on the rest of it. It just clocks out for the showing another small map here. Let me see if will that go big? No, it won't go big. Yeah, they stopped putting the ones that you could enlarge up. They made it, embedded it so you can't enlarge it and look at it. So you actually got to go to NOAA. But they got the next one here, active weather pattern. But you can see the different mounts here and the monsoon. So yeah, Phoenix is going to get the monsoon from that, but it's going to continue on eastward. The one I saw showed it going into Texas that they still haven't officially issued out, but you can go and take a sneak peek at if you know where to look on the map. No, what they're doing by making it, by criminalizing illegal encampments on public land, gives them the ability to go in and remove all this stuff, make them go to shelters rather than staying out and pooping on the sidewalk and pooping in the parks and stuff like that. They're not taking them to jail; they're just moving them along. And hopefully, the people will realize, oh, California's starting to crack down. Maybe we shouldn't be coming here from other states. Hey, Garden State, sowing seeds and sewing clothing and stuff. Okay, got it. All right, so let me close that one down. And the last one here can be scary, especially since the way they have it worded. Car AI, artificial intelligence, which means it's stupid, would override speeding violator under proposed law. Gee, they don't have an AI in the cars that can do that yet, so they've got to make a law and then try to get the manufacturers to put something in that allows them to target a car and be able to stop it, which is going to cause all sorts of problems because all a person needs to do is pull up the chip thing and replace something, and that would stop it. Yeah. So anyways, yeah, it's supposed to, one of the things it's supposed to do first before it shuts the car down, and it's supposed to use GPS and cameras to deter a driver from going too fast in the form of warnings and limiting the vehicle speed. Like I said, it's, it'll only work on the newer cars once they have it in place. Of course, then they'll probably put all these all these recalls saying, "Oh, you got to come in so we can update your computer system." Shoot, I still haven't taken my Toyota into my pickup in to get replace the airbag. All right, so that takes care of the news. So I'm going to drop that out of sight here, and let me drop the this down here. Okay, so there's the link. If any of you guys want to come up here and chat about stuff, pin message. There we go. Let me grab. So a couple of things here. Probably. Near the mid of April, end of April, I may start doing some your prep for today. So stick one in, not every day, but just stick one in every once a week or so. But some of the suggestions from you guys out there are to for your prep for today is to heat wraps for muscle pain or just soreness. Getting a spinning wheel for making yarn. And the one is being used for tomorrow night's live stream. Topic is diversify your emergency lighting options. I think it was Don at WD Glock and Roll suggested generator repair parts. And then vitamin D3. Yeah, that came from Paula, Dr. Paula. So things to think about. Is everybody out there trying to plant a winter garden? Even if it's just a couple, 1 or 2 or 3 5-gallon buckets indoors, keep it out of the cold, except for Uncle Al, which, you know, he could probably put it out on the porch. And I don't think he's getting that cold yet, just wet. To grow something, you know, a tomato plant, lettuce, rainbow chard, Swiss chard. As soon as my seeds were supposed to be here yesterday. They're not going to arrive until tomorrow, according to the U.S. Postal Service tracker, because today they arrived down in Pocatello. And our post office closes at noon. It's only open from 8 to noon every day. And so it'll probably come up here. And if it does get up to the Shelley post office, if it got to there today, then it'll get to my post office tomorrow. Otherwise, if it didn't get there, it may not get to mine until Saturday. The only thing I got to repair on my generator. Yeah. Well, there's what Don was talking about, to have the parts, because no, scratch that. It wasn't Don. It was Dr. Paula again. No, it wasn't Dr. Paula. Who was it? It was a female. Because their fuel line went on them, and they tried to get a parts, and someone brought over some pieces, and they didn't, you know, brought over different fuel lines, and none of them were the right size. They actually had to get the parts. And yeah, hey Al, how's it going?
Hey everybody, I'm trying a new thing. My Chromebook won't take StreamYard, so I'm doing off my phone. So hope everything works.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, whoever suggested computer parts, but anyway, she wound up having to order the parts, and went ahead and ordered extra filter and all the extra parts and stuff, air filters, the whole 9 yards, so that if she has another problem in 5 years, I got it, everything right here, I can fix it.
Yeah.
Hey Jay.
Hard.
Yeah.
Hey folks. I just can't see it because I have to shut down Chromebook so I can broadcast on the Wi-Fi to you guys so you can pick me up. I hate days like this.
Okay, I'm going to share something with you. You just gave me something here to share out here. Let me put this over here on this page here and go here. All right, and go to my thing, computer and video, and let's see if the price is on it still. Okay. All right, it went up $9. All right, let me open it up here so I can show it to you guys. I have one of these, and it's working just great, and it's remarkably, you know, I was leery of it. This is a renewed Dell Latitude laptop, and it comes with Windows Professional. It has Wi-Fi, HDMI, and it has a Ethernet plug, you know, a Cat 6 cable plug or Cat 5 cable plug, whichever you want to put into it. Heck, you'll even take the Cat 7 as well. I got that here, and it's running flawlessly so far. Had it for about, when did I get that? 2 months ago? So, yeah, so guys, if you're interested in one of these, it's on there. I'll drop the link in there, see if it'll take that link. Did it take the link? It looks like it took the link. If anybody's interested in this, yeah, it's got the network connector, your Cat 5 cable. It has a mini display port. It has HDMI. It has a USB power port, USB 3 power port, USB 3 on the side. So yeah, it's nice. So there's all the nice ports on it and stuff. That's what I was looking for specifically, is one that I could plug in. Oh, there's Lewis. I was looking for one specifically that I could that I could plug into my router without using Wi-Fi, because it works so much better for it. And that's going to be the one I use in the kitchen when I do live streams from the kitchen from now on. So,
Yeah,
all right.
sometimes your phone's the sound's weird because once in a while you come in like it sounds like you're in a bucket.
Oh, I mean on my videos?
Yeah.
That was that was not the phone. That wasn't the Kindle. That was the new microphone. The new camera and microphone are acting up. Oh, lost him. Yeah, and it's the audio on this new camera sucks. At first I thought it was the microphone. No, it's the processor in the camera. So I mean, it works good for if I'm just going to do play music and talk over it. Doing high speed stuff. It works great for that. But well, it needs to stop. Ohio River's getting full. Well, you're going to have a couple days, about 5 days, maybe, if I read the patterns right, and then this atmospheric river, which is supposed to hit California next week. Then it's going to take several days for that to go across and hit you guys again with that. Of course, that may go down south and miss you totally there, Tibor.
Right, but there's another one coming up through Texas.
Mm-hmm.
It might hit right now. It's doing a creepy fog bit.
Yeah, I heard people talking about the fog. The fog is even all the way up into Michigan.
Yeah,
because
it's like that
Rebel
movie,
Canners,
remember?
Yeah, Rebel Canners put out a video this morning or yesterday driving to work. It was all foggy.
Yeah, we had a little bit of that fog. We're just across Lake Erie from them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a creepy fog. It's like Gil knows what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Delta fog.
The Thule fog.
Thule fog, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It comes in patches and drifts. Next thing it's sunshine. Next thing it's like
you ran into a wall. You can't see 20 feet in front of you.
And it drifts. Because Gil knows what I'm talking about, because it's like that Jamie Curtis movie where they had the dead people come out and zombies.
Yeah. John Carpenter's The Fog.
Yeah. Like that.
Now, I want to address this real quick down here. The carburetor kits and stuff for the newer engine, any engine that came out in the last 5 years, no longer has or most of them, you can't get a carburetor kit for them because they're made out of plastic. You got to replace the whole carburetor. Both of the engines I had, Briggs & Stratton engines, the one was on my Cub Cadet, walk behind big weed eater type thing, just going through. The other was on the lawnmower. Both of them, they switched and put ethanol in down here at the local gas station and didn't tell anybody, and killed both carburetors. It just melted the crap inside of it, and it was toast, and they had to be replaced. He goes, these things, the guy said, these plastic carburetors cannot be rebuilt. He goes, I will not try to rebuild them. It's cheaper to buy a new one and put it on. So yeah, it's one of the things you got to watch out for on the new stuff. They're making it disposable,
which is kind of stupid.
Yeah.
Very stupid, but
it's we'll see. It's stupid and it's not stupid because these parts are coming from the land of the Red Dragon.
Yeah. And
they're selling it cheaper than a new carburetor, and they get contracts with the manufacturers to put them on their engines, because they're going, besides on Briggs & Stratton, they're going on Crawler, they're going on several other engines too. And the repair guys are like, shit, I used to be able to repair this for half the price. Now it's just pull it off, put the new one on, and I got to charge more money for it. The guy goes, he goes, on one hand I can do more work, but the other one I feel bad about having to charge the people for these crappy carburetors.
Right.
Yeah,
The big pro-
I've got a still weed eater. I haven't had to change the carburetor on it, and it's about 10 years old.
Yeah, the older ones have aluminum with all the true gaskets in there, not the breakdownable rubber crap that just goes away when it gets ethanol on it.
And then I got a generator, a Champion one, and I haven't had to change it yet.
Yeah.
Well, and it's about maybe 7 years old.
The guy was telling me, he goes, so long as you're using the ethanol-free gasoline, you won't have a problem with it. And he goes, with the new plastic ones, he goes, don't put winterized or fuel stuff on it. Run it dry. Run it till the tank is empty and it's out of gas. They're made to be, these new plastic carburetors are made to be run dry for the winter.
That sucks because I've always left gas in mine, but I've always started them up every month.
Yeah. But yeah, these new plastic carburetors are pain in the butt.
Yeah, but like I said, that's biggest problem is Shinda manufacturing. They want the cheap buck. Also, they want to push more EV products.
Yeah.
You heard about Chicago and Tesla, right?
Oh yeah. They're all. Triple Israel is reporting like 3,000 EVs had to be towed because they ran out of charge because it was so cold it sucked the batteries down trying to use them, and the charging stations weren't working. The charging stations were malfunctioning. Oh, yeah, and Ford has all but discontinued manufacturing their electric F-150 because nobody's buying it.
Right.
Yeah, nobody's buying it.
Yeah, but Gil, you know what happened in Fresno, right, with the Ford Lightning?
I didn't hear that. What happened in Fresno?
They had a promotion. The guy bought it for. It was a promotion. They bought it for $120,000. Guy was real happy because Ford said, "Don't worry about it. You give us a down payment a little bit, and you can drive it home." He drove it home, parked it in the garage. This is Fresno, okay. Kyle Kirtland, the guy from Costco and owns a casino in Fresno. Congratulated him.
Lost Uncle Al. Oh, here he's coming back. He's trying to come back. Hang on, Al. All right, you're back, Al.
Okay.
He congratulated him.
Yeah. Congratulated him. Big thing. Next day, he loses his house. Guess what?
It caught on fire.
He had a charger at that. Kind of went boom. It's lithium.
Yeah.
If you don't have the charger set up right and it charged too fast, it's like all those little electric bicycle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Remember all the Prepper channel showing how wonderful this little electric bicycle is. I don't want to be like Evel Knievel and blow up going down the street to pick up a hamburger.
All right. Jay has a good question. Okay. Do you use an electric tow truck to tow a Tesla?
Way too funny.
No, what you do is you have a pickup towing a big generator behind it, diesel generator, that's a portable charging station. You go out there, you charge it up.
Yeah, but the big trouble is they did that. Where was it? Minnesota. They have that big diesel generator to charge up the EVs. It's not the charge, it's the plugs. Those plugs are made for California weather, not Minnesota weather.
So the plugs were breaking, were brittle and breaking.
You got it. They're all shattering because you can't plug in because it's all plastic and it's recyclable. And I'm looking at them, it's -2. How are you going to
Yeah.
plug into your Tesla?
Yeah.
I'm surprised the batteries can keep a long enough charge in the cold.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
the other Green Con Gill knows what I'm talking about. Remember JT in Canada was selling all the Canadians heat pumps? What's wrong with this picture?
Cold.
Right? And what happens when a heat pump needs in cold weather drops below 20 degrees?
It can't do anything.
It can't do
can't pump
anything,
heat.
and it drains, can't pump heat, and needs more electric power to get any heat left out of the, we discussed this in an old live stream.
Yeah.
So you're pumping in, unless you, go ahead.
Yeah, heat pumps have a maximum low temperature to operate. Because it gets so cold, there's no heat to pull out of it, and in the compressing portion of it to do the heat exchange, it can't compress to make the other part, to do it. It just can't do it. It's
Yeah, Gil said it right there, folks.
It just can't do it.
This idea, you can't do it. And he sold this stupid idea in Canada, told him, we have nuclear power. I'm like, that's an oxymoron statement. Heat pumps don't work under 20 degrees. There's no heat out there.
Yeah.
I tell a lot of people, what you do, you set the heat pump on fire and keep warm. Pile wood on it and burn it.
Yeah.
Because heat pump works here, because we're in California, especially where I live, it's a desert. Because Gil knows where I live. I live in Visalia. It's 120 degrees. We need heat pumps. Okay? But it does not work when the temperature drops below from 0 to 20 degrees.
Yeah.
And that sounds crazy. Canada?
Yeah.
Alberta?
Jumping back to the electric vehicles. I've seen several videos on Toyota's new motor, Caterpillar's new motor, and Detroit Diesel's new motor. They're multi-fuel motors that will run on gasoline, natural gas, or hydrogen. Ooh, what does hydrogen put off when it runs? Water. That's it. That's what comes out, water. And they're so it's some of them have a direct drive, so it's running on hydrogen. Others are using it like to power a little generator to run the electric motor, so they can say it's electric. Even though you might as well just put a direct drivetrain in it, because basically it's running the engine, which is on hydrogen, so it is green. But they don't want to put batteries in it, so they just use, just to me, it's like you put the tank in it, you either put a hydrogen fuel cell in there, or you go with one of these that internal combustion hydrogen engines, which some of these are very efficient now.
Yeah, they're about what is it, 93% efficient.
Yeah, and there's no pollution, no catalytic converter, none of this other crap on it, and it's much quieter than a gasoline or even propane internal combustion engine. Still makes noise, but it's a lot quieter, so the muffler doesn't have to be as big and inexpensive.
Right, and it doesn't need a carburetor. It's hydrogen directed.
Ejector. It's like injector valves is all it is.
But a lot of people miss the point. Guess where they get the hydrogen from?
Well, they get the hydrogen from water.
Right. And what's the biggest hydrogen? Water, correct. Well, what is the biggest?
They got to use electricity. They got to use electricity to separate out, sort of like electrolysis, separate it out. But
right. But
if
there's
they're
another
used,
thing.
if they'd put back all the hydroelectric plants back in California, they could produce that electricity to make that hydrogen, and it would all be green.
Right. But
Wow.
a lot of people kind of missed the point. Rancho Seco was, remember Rancho Seco, Gil,
Uh,
near Sacramento?
mm-hmm.
Okay. One of their
Yeah.
pilot projects was a byproduct of nuclear fission. Guess
Mm-hmm.
what it was? It's not radioactive, and you just mentioned it, and they produce more of it than a hydroelectric dam doing electrolysis.
Oh, producing
All
hydrogen.
nuclear plants back to hydrogen.
Yeah. Okay.
And what they used to do is bleed off the hydrogen or liquefy it for balloons and stuff like that. Kids balloons
Yeah.
and uh, and they did it for a long time. And a lot of people, well, why don't you liquefy it and use it in cars? And it's like a little light bulb just popped over their heads. And Rancho Seco was at that. And every time they generated power, they had generated enough hydrogen to power over 1,000 cars. But it was a
Yeah.
pilot program by PG&E for only 1 year.
Yeah.
Isn't that
Okay.
crazy? And was it
Yeah. This stupid stuff that they do is just amazing. Northern Girl Hobbies is in the house. Hey, Jay. Yeah. Hang on here. Yeah, the old World War II multi-fuel trucks. Most of the ones that are, especially the ones that are made by REO Speedwagon Company, uh, run on just about any type of combustible, flammable liquid. Guy I knew in West Virginia, his dad owned a trucking company. They had a bunch of these old trucks out there, and they weren't as fast as the new ones, but they could run waste motor oil in it. They would run white lightning in it. They would run, regular rubbing alcohol in it. They'd, gasoline and mixtures of all of them together or whatever. And, these things were, the engines weighed like 50% more than a modern diesel truck engine does because they were bulletproof.
Yeah, why can't they
Yeah.
build like they used to?
Yeah. Thank you, Northern Girl Hobbies. I'm going to keep on working and putting out my videos. And I got down to 189, and then the grandkids spent several days here. I hate it when the grandkids spend days here and they say, "Grandpa, eat part of my sandwich. Eat this, Grandpa. Eat that, Grandpa." Yeah, propane was yeah, I remember back in the 70s they were converting vehicles to run on propane. They were making vehicles to run on hydrogen back then. Um, they were trying all sorts of different things.
Yeah, I know the cab companies up here. They're I don't want to say they're big on it, but they've got a few propane company cabs.
Yeah, yeah, I know. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, Ford was putting out a lot of propane and / natural gas vehicles. Contra Costa County and the state of California were two entities that I knew that were buying a lot for their maintenance vehicles. You see Caltrans trucks that were running on either propane or natural gas. And I know most of the pickups for Contra Costa County and the logistic vans moving stuff from offices and surround stuff were all running on natural gas. I'm just reading the comments here. Oh, Jay, oh, where'd it go? There it is. Jay said when he was in high school, one of their buses ran on propane.
Yeah,
EVs are burnt. You know, if I had an EV, if I was given an EV, it would not ever get parked near the garage or the house. They'd be out at the end of the driveway, and I'd run the extension cord out there to charge it slowly, trickle charge it.
Yeah, the batteries get heated up. All those chemicals get heated up. Kaboom.
Yeah. Mm. Oh boy. Oh yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff going on.
Yeah, even cell phones, right? Sometimes when I got it on charge and I'm on it, it gets heated up, right? And so imagine what a car battery would do.
I'm trying to remember which phone it was. There was one of the phones. Was it an iPhone? I think it was an iPhone that had a battery problem about 8 years ago. And they immediately, within 3 months, they came out with the next iPhone. They totally changed out the battery. It was basically the same iPhone with a couple changes on it and a new different type battery in it.
Yeah, the only time I ever had a battery problem, my cell phone, was my last one. It wouldn't hold the charges as long anymore.
Well, that's part of the software. They download stuff on it to make it charge weird and make it discharge all the time. Specifically to make you, oh crap, my phone's going to crap, and I can't change the battery on it. I got to get a new phone.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody out there want to Google it, see whether it was Apple or Samsung that had a battery problem that was overheating. Okay, Suzanne did. The Note 7. I thought older than that iPhone had a problem too, but who knows?
Why is it always
that was what's his name? That was Jobs himself had a battery problem.
Why is it always the good phone?
Yeah. Let's see. Al, we lost your vote. You lost. It says you're not muted on StreamYard. Your mic might be muted on your phone. Oh, can't hear you. Nope, not hearing you now. Yeah, you're gonna go step out. Yeah, maybe you can try coming back in. It might correct itself. Yeah, the heat pumps are good for the southern states. I mean, what's interesting is you can get really hot in the heat pump. The heat pumps are both heat pump and air conditioner. They'll work either way for heat as far as the outside temperature going high. But when the temperature gets down, starts getting, below zero and stuff, they don't work. I know that Ben Gilmore down the street here has one on his RV, and he has one up on his cabin, and he's installing one he has one on his shop down here, and he's going to be putting one on the house. But he also has wood burning stoves in everything except for the RV. But he has a propane heater in the RV. But he has wood burning stoves up in his cabin, in his house, in his shop, for just because of that. And if his solar panels can't produce enough electricity to run the heat pump as well, that way he can run the other.
Yeah, that's why up here in Canada, if there's any like off-gridders, That's why they have a wood stove to heat their house.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just saw another thing in the chat here. I got to bring it up. We were talking about phones, and it made Uncle Al's phone get mad and go silent. Uncle Al said it threw him out. Oh, yeah. There's a lot of interesting stuff going on that's just scaring the bejeebers out, driving me nuts and stuff. Back 12 years ago when I had a kidney stone, we hadn't even thought of leaving California at that time and coming up here. Okay. We thought we were going to retire in California. And that was before Governor Moonbeam, aka Jerry Brown, started screwing the older citizens out of their retirement and stuff, and throwing extra taxes on retirees. So I figured, hey, I got kidneys, no problem. I am very good friends with 2 different doctors and a dentist. You know, if something happens in SHTF, I know they're going to have all the supplies I need, because I've been helping them stock up their supplies for stuff like that. And everything was fine. Then I get up here, and I changed my diet a bit. I cut out all the sodas. I cut back on the dark leafy green vegetables that have the oxalate in it. And when I did do them, I ate them with the vinegar and stuff, which neutralizes it. Then I have hey, Laura, how's it going? Then when I got a kidney stone up here, it's like, oh, crap. What happens if, what am I going to do if the hospital's up here? I don't have anybody, doctors up here yet. What am I going to do with the situation? So, so anyways, on Saturday, that's one of the things that Doc Mose and Nurse Amy are going to address on Saturday, on Survival Saturday. But
you got to wait like for so long before you can get a doctor, or they just not accepting new patients.
Well, no, I gotta hunt one down that's of the proper mindset.
Okay.
I don't want a pill pusher that says, "Oh, you got this, here, take this pill. You got that, take this pill." It's like, no, I don't want you treating the symptoms. I want you treating the cause.
Yeah, because my doctor office ain't accepting new patients.
Yeah. How old is the doctor?
Oh, he's probably in his mid-40s.
Either that, or he has a full practice, and he's so busy he can't accept patients.
Yeah.
Because I know my the one doctor that was getting ready to retire. So he stopped accepting patients. Then he was dwindling his practice down, and yeah, that's on that. Let's see what I got. There's something I want to see there. What was it here? JC was talking about going to Texas, and Tibor says Texas is the one that's beating up Texas. Make friends with a veterinarian. They can do as much as a doctor for people. Well, I could probably get unless it's a really bad one, I could probably get the all the medications that the hospital prescribed for me for the nausea, the pain, and the Flomax stuff. It's got a different name on it, but enlarges the tubes between the kidney and the bladder, and the bladder and the end of your wee-wee. Yeah.
I know that my dog can take the Pepto-Bismol.
Yeah.
If I were to give it to him, and I seen a farmer once, he took cow penicillin or animal penicillin.
Yeah.
I don't recommend it, but
yeah. Yeah, Shani. So basically, I needed a holistic MD, one that's into whole health, like um, Jack Wolfson or something. But he's back east. So, oh no, he's not back east. He's in California, but he's not a nobody up here in Idaho that I can find yet like that. And so I'm still looking, putting feelers out on that. Gotta be comfortable in a squeeze chute during your visit. Oh. But yeah, there's some other stuff going on. If anybody hasn't been watching what's been going on in the sun, we dodged the bullet 3 days ago. There was a massive eruption. I mean, massive. Fortunately, it was sort of on the Earth facing side, but instead of coming at Earth, it was down off the bottom. It was like, so I don't have it. All right, here, this will work. So if Earth is here, it blew off this way, but it blew off like that, and we got bumped. But it was so huge. The main of it went kind of down and away, and it missed. It didn't follow the line out to Earth, but we still got hit by, as it went, it would spread out, and then the spiral current of the solar system caught a little bit and brought it back towards Earth. But yeah, if that thing had been up at the 90 degree, we would not be talking right now, folks. Most of you would be in the dark.
Would that kind of thing affect generators, like to make electricity?
Depending on how much plasma came with it and everything came with it, it could hit, and hitting the electromagnetic, the magnetosphere, it could generate massive electromagnetic pulses around the world. So yeah, it could, if that thing had hit the Earth, it would have fried just about every electronic thing there was. Only thing that would have been safe is anything that didn't have any distance of electrical wiring to it. Problem with a generator, it's got all that wiring in there for it to build up current on.
Oh yeah.
Any electric motor, even though it's not connected, you figure all that winding. The windings on the forgot the name of the center part of the armature is just, it's like you stretch that wire out. It's like, oh, wow, that's several hundred yards of wire. That's going to generate a nice current. Samsung batteries are crap no matter what device. Oh, we're back to picking on the phones again. Yeah, we would be back. We wouldn't hit the dark ages immediately, Uncle Al, but we would be back to the Civil War era immediately. And as things broke down and things got worse, we'd be going exponentially backwards until we're back to, before back to the Renaissance or beginning of the Renaissance period. Yeah. The only thing that you have is safe if you can get hold of one. Would be one of those multi-fuel military generators that are built so friggin' bulletproof you can about run an arc welder backwards through them and it doesn't hit their wiring. I would think I would go back to the 1400s, Uncle Al. In a way, in a time we as things broke down and what people not being able to share all the knowledge they have, areas of the country would drop off quicker than other areas. areas like the Mennonites and Amish, they're just going to keep right on cruising where they're at. The rest of us are going to drop and go beyond them because we have to learn all the stuff that the Amish and Mennonites know about as far as woodworking, crop, all the stuff that they do by hand. Anyways, we got to relearn how to do a spinning wheel, how to do all that stuff. Yeah, so we're going to go, the rest of us are going to go way back and have to work our way back forward again. That's why I got so many, I got like on my Kindle, I got a Kindle that's in an EMP bag with all these PDFs and stuff on it. And so I can pull stuff off. I got a laptop in an EMP bag, and I got a printer. So I 6 months after everything's gone, and I know there's not any more flashes and pops going on, and all the electricity's gone, I can pop that stuff back open, and I can start printing off some of my manuals on how to do shit. Oh yeah, you're so right.
And the first person
like, oh, my green cell phone's not working. What's wrong? Why isn't it working? Come on, work for. Yeah. Let's see here. But when there isn't any heat to make, they're whole. Oh, yeah. Oh, all right. We're coming up on the end of the hour here. I would like to go longer, but I've got some stuff to do with the grandkids tomorrow morning. Let me get up the right one cover. So tomorrow on Camp Patton Family Compound, the topic is diversify. I want to read it right. Diversifying your emergency lighting options. And there are a lot of ways to diversify your emergency lighting options besides going, I got a flashlight, I got a flashlight, I got a flash. Oh, battery's dead. So we're going to be talking about that tomorrow on Friday Night on the Homestead. Saturday back here on Grayman Prepping is Survival Saturday with Dr. Bones and Nurse Amy. And they got a lot of cool stuff here. Hang on, let me see if I can bring that up here. Just so I can give you guys a heads up on it. No, wrong one. Wrong one. I want. Yeah, it's not coming up. Okay, let me do it this way here. It comes up on the other screen here. Okay. So I'm bringing it up over here. I'm not going to share anything. I'm just going to read some stuff off to you. Come on, open up. There it is. Okay, so going to be talking about environmental related illnesses, hypothermia, cold-related injuries such as frostbite. That's a gross picture I'm going to be showing tomorrow that he sent me. Trench foot from your feet being too wet, too long. Talk about treatment for those. Cold water, the diving reflex, and he's got several things to talk on that. And cold water huddle and help, temperature losses and how much faster it is in cold water than in cold air. Ways to fight that off. If you're out on ice and the ice starts breaking, ways to get back without falling through. And how to tell how strong the ice is by the thickness of it. Going to talk about kidney stones, and he's got 5 different types of kidney stones to talk about here. Something they only told me there were 2 types when I was in the hospital. Both times they only listed 2 types. And then we're going to talk about getting your firewood in chainsaw accidents. Yeah.
And so it can happen just like that.
Yeah. Because I think it was Liberty Garden. I saw had an accident with his chainsaw. Fortunately, all it did was it just tore his pants a little bit, and it looked like someone took a branch and just rubbed it across his leg. You know, one looked like a raspberry on there. It wasn't bleeding hardly at all. It's just, just a few pop, cells or whatever. It just, you can tell, look, like it could have been bad if it had gone an 1/8 of an inch deeper. But let's see what else we got coming up here. Monday on Camp Pat Family Compound, we're going to talk about freeze drying. Got some people that have used freeze dryers are going to come up, and we're going to talk about, the reality of freeze drying versus the, I can freeze dry everything. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Tuesday is Uncle Al's suggestion. Finally getting around to that. You're going to an evacuation center. Do's and don'ts. Yeah. So we're going to talk about that on Tuesday. All right, folks. Thank you all for coming in. Lewis, thanks for coming up here. Uncle Al, thanks for coming up here till your phone got mad at you. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Doctors are going to be doing that to close off the practice to appointments only. Yeah. All right, folks. Everyone, stay happy no matter what life throws at you. Stay safe. Don't go and do anything foolish. Keep adding to your preps. Water, food, medicines, clothing, learn a new skill, and try to grow something indoors this winter. All right. Take care, and I will see you around.
Have a good night.